Howdy everybody, welcome back to my channel Passion Theory, where I share with you some of my passions, this one being video gaming, and we're here to try another demo today. As you can see, this game is kind of spicy. I'm not sure how much I can show on YouTube, but this is the demo. Hopefully the demo does not get too spicy, but if it does, I'll have to figure out how to blur things out, which I haven't figured out how to do on my editing software that I have, which is some free software that came with my laptop. I'm not sure I can actually do that, so I might just have to cut bits out. We will see what I figure out, but hopefully we'll be okay. We'll see. I've gone in and I've set the preferences, so hopefully we can hear the voice acting. The music might be a little too low to hear, but if it's too high, then we can't hear the voice acting on it. Try to turn up a tiny bit. Maybe that's better. Okay. I am promised that I will eventually do more than dating sims. The thing is, I like dating sims, and that's all I really found when I was looking for demos in March. I think because February had just been, and so I found a bunch of dating sim demos. So we will see. But in the future, you know, it's not like I'm only ever trying to do dating sims. That's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm hoping to find some other really fun games too to do demos of. Like I did that one point and click one. Yeah, I would totally play that game when it comes out. That was fun. Lots of fun puzzles. But let's get started. I like the art so far, though. Do you want to read the tutorial? Sure. In order to advance the story, you can either click anywhere on the screen or press the Enter or Space key. Got it. Try hovering the mouse on the right side of the screen, and you will see the quick menu. Y'all, I have to do this to tell my left from my right. Ah, like this. Okay, awesome. You can hide and unhide the text box by hitting the H key. Awesome. Lastly, you can check the help button in the quick menu to see all commands and shortcuts. All right, let's play this demo. But yeah, I liked the art at the beginning. It's Tuesday, September 29th. 5,066! Oh. We landed in the city of Kayama 3 days ago. Since then, I have been running around trying to scrape enough credits to repair our ship and secure our next gig. Oh, we have a ship! Cool, cool. The last transport job didn't go well, and we only received half the original payment promised for delivering the goods late. That doesn't even cover all the repairs we incurred. Junie, my business partner, also known as the ship's mechanic, didn't sound worried. She insists that every time this happened in the past, we managed to bounce back. She believes in my resourcefulness and negotiation skills, but I can't help but feel pessimistic because of recent developments. Aw, this is really pretty. Just as I was about to give up for today and head to the local bar, I received a call from our freight broker about an opportunity we couldn't say no to, at least not right away, when we're literally struggling to keep afloat. The amount of credits offered not only covers the ship's repairs, but also ensures a comfortable life for the next 4 months. The gig sounded simple and straightforward. Provide transport for one passenger and his cargo to Adaria in the DX93 system. That's about 6 weeks of travel in the most secure planetary system in the galaxy. Pirating is virtually non-existent there, and space anomalies have never been reported. It's basically a piece of cake for a pilot. Normally, I avoid transporting passengers at all costs. They're a pain in my butt to deal with at best, and at worst, they could cause me to lose my commercial transport license. We also don't have the real estate or luxuries of a large liner outfitted for travelers' comfort and entertainment. The cost of traveling with us is the same as the big guys, though, which means that anyone who wants to travel on a small transport ship has a special reason for it. And personally, I can't wait to find out what our passenger's reason is. Pretty, pretty sky. Ooh, long hair. We like long hair. Moments later, I spot someone walking towards our ship. A tall figure moves with dignity and confidence. Their hand is protectively resting on top of a large sarcophagus-like transport crate hovering by their hip. Another couple of smaller crates hover behind. They approach and keep to the shadows, so I have a really hard time discerning their features.
Greetings. I take it this is the Ameritat?
It is indeed! This is us! This is us! This guy's got some good fashion sense. I like it. He's probably the guy from the cover of the... It's not a book. It's not a book, Passion Theory. From the menu screen, you know, the blue guy.
Affirmative.
He was really
and
cute.
You are?
Wait, are we Danya? Or is Danya someone on our crew? I'm not sure.
Going to Odaria. I was told we could depart immediately.
The stranger cautiously glances around. They have something in those crates.
Yes, of course. May I see the documentation, please?
They promptly produce a small chip from their pocket and hand it to me. Okay, so we're Danya. I scan with my handheld computer.
Mr. Sabo Tato Brave Trigounder Vorda? Just Brave is fine.
Brave. That's easy. Species humanoid. Not human, just humanoid. Subspecies Odarian. I don't know much about this race, but all I can say is that I've only seen a handful of Odarians in the ports in all my time traveling. It looks like I have a chance to learn more about them, now that I'll be traveling in proximity with one for several weeks. I do hope that this gives us more choices than some of the past Sims we've been playing. Like, at least, like, choices more often and, like, more than, like, 2 options would be great. Most of the ones I've been demoing are basically slightly interactive novels, and I'd like them to be a little bit more choice-based. I mean, there's nothing wrong with interactive novels or anything. I like them too.
All right,
it's
Mr.
just
Brave.
sometimes
What's in
they're
the large
not
crate?
that exciting. You have to be able to make that exciting, you know, by the circumstances and stuff, or the artwork. Like this, the artwork's beautiful, and it's already interesting, so.
I was informed that the sizable bonus fees I paid included a no-questions-asked courtesy.
And there it is. These passengers are always up to something. The only question is, how bad is it?
Yes, naturally. However, I still can't take you aboard my ship with something illegal. Forbidden substances, weapons, live species, stuff like that. It's none of those things. Check the permits on file.
I go through the various permits the passenger has in his travel profile. The crate's permit is none of the ones I'm used to seeing, and the small print is difficult to read. However, it does mention something about botanical organisms in several places, and being legal to own and transport in this part of the galaxy.
Oh, it's a plant? Mm-hmm.
How did we get a
plants
picture
myself? You'll see that we have many on board. My name is Danya, by the way, and I'm the pilot of the Ameritat.
Why did it show us that like egg thing? Because we didn't see that. Is that what like actually is in the crate, or is that what the crate looks like? You know, I don't know. I don't know. I extend my hand towards Brave amicably. We'll be in a small ship together for weeks, so might as well try to make friends right away. Is he a no touchy-touchy type? After some hesitation, the passenger steps out of the shadows and clasps my hand. Oh, he's so cute! Only now am I able to see how breathtakingly handsome he is. He is. He's pretty. Long white hair contrasts beautifully with his light blue skin. He's dressed in an elaborate outfit, reflecting some particular string of the latest intergalactic fashion trends I'm not familiar with. He looked good. He looked good. Boy looked good. His facial features are Terran-like, proportional and elegant, and punctuated by his intense gaze. His eyes are wary, shadowed by something dark, though. Aw. Also, he looks somewhat tired, and maybe a little sick. Aw, that is sad.
Can we leave now?
Yes.
Yes,
Grumpy
sir.
McGrumpy
Welcome
Pants.
aboard the Ameritat.
Don't be grumpy, grumpy pants. No grumpy pants.
If you could please follow me to the cargo bay, we've designated a section for your convenience where you may store... My luggage stays with me, in my room.
Sure.
Well, our guest quarters aren't very large. I strongly recommend making use of our cargo bay space. You'd be much more comfortable that way. I insist.
You can. Well, screw me. I thought it would take a little longer before something sketchy comes up with this guy. But honestly, if he wants to stick this huge pod by his bed to trip over, I don't give a crap.
Okay, if that's what you prefer.
Meh. We board the ship, and I show Brave to his quarters. I want to offer him a tour of the ship, but it doesn't look like he's in the mood for that right now. So I don't want him to get lost in case he needs something. Let's see. We thought he looked a little sick. And he's kind of like sweaty, so yeah, we'll ask him how he's doing.
Are you okay? You don't look so well. I can have my diagnostics bot take a look at you. That won't be necessary. I think what I need is some rest right now. So, I will do exactly that. Good night.
I mean, really, it's a ship. Even if it's a big ship, it's still a ship. I mean, you'll eventually find your way back. There's only so many places you can go, you know? It'll be fine. He'll be fine. He promptly locks himself in his room. I guess I can introduce Junie to him tomorrow. With the passengers settled in and the ship fueled up, we depart from the station and jump into space. It's gonna do the thing where it goes pew. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go pew. Pretty. The art in this is so pretty. I really like the art in this. A few hours later, I do a check of all the systems before setting the navigation on autopilot. I can't wait to talk to Junie about our guest. She usually wakes up around this time, so I leave the cockpit to make my way to her quarters. Junie's so cute! Oh my gosh, I love her. We run into each other in the main corridor.
So,
I like her voice. They picked really nice designs and good voice actors for this. Their voices are nice.
Dude, where do I start? He's mysterious and drop-dead gorgeous.
Like, our voice actor has an okay voice for our character, but we are so lame. We are just like, I'm the plainest human that ever was a human. Like, we can't even get long hair. Just sad.
And you're drop dead horny.
She's got little sharp teeth. Look at her little sharp teeth. I love her little sharp teeth. You know it, Juniper. You know it.
That I admit.
Of course we are.
Also, I'm weak when it comes to my type. You know me.
My type is everybody on this ship so far, besides myself. I don't like Danya.
I definitely do. But tell me, does he have glowing emerald skin?
No, it's blue.
Not really. He's blue, and there isn't any glowing in the dark happening, to answer your question.
Does she glow in the dark? Does she glow in the dark?
What about his ears? Are they, like, furry at all?
I think they're like human-y.
Not that I noticed.
I can't remember, to be honest.
Last chance. A tantalizing scaly tail.
Does she have a tail? Okay. Change my mind. I want to date Juniper.
A hard no, unless it's really tiny. Where are you going with this, Juniper?
That's probably what the males of her species look like.
He's beautiful by Terran standards. Luckily for you, it means that both species are probably mutually attracted to each other. It's nature's way of bringing together genetically compatible individuals and encouraging them to mate.
I'm sorry, Juniper, but you're also, attractive by Terran standards. Especially your little pointy teeth. I want pointy
Hey,
teeth.
you had me at mutually attracted. But judging by our exchange yesterday, he's not the mating type.
That's not what the little image on the menu screen showed, so I'm just saying.
Meaning?
He was also a lot more blue on the screen thing, so maybe he was just pale because he's not feeling well. He's like stressed. Meow.
Well, I don't know. It's just a feeling. He came off as kind of cold and distant earlier, I guess.
He's clearly on the run from something.
Also, I don't know if he even identifies as a he.
That's true.
I do, actually.
Ah!
He and him work for me.
So cute! Our boy be sneaky. Yeah, his blue is a little more bluer now. For those wondering, my pronouns, I go by any pronouns. They, them, she, her, he, him, and any. They all work for me, depending on the day. So I just go by any of them. And since I was born in a female body, I just accept that's what most people are gonna call me, and I mostly present that way, but it's more out of habit than anything. Definitely have my mask days and my just I don't identify as anything days. Okay. Oh crap, I didn't notice our guest joining us in the corridor. I hope he didn't overhear our conversation. I heard part of it.
Sorry,
So
I didn't mean to.
cute. He's so cute. Oh, she's wearing her little sweater around her waist. I used to do that all the time.
It's fine. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. Why don't you introduce me to your colleague?
I love this cup. This cup was designed by an indigenous artist. Michaela Jones. You want to see her signature there? If you like it, you should look her up. It's so pretty. If you go to www.indigenouscollection.com, you can get one there too and help support an indigenous creator, an artist.
Right. Mr. Brave, please meet Juniper. Junie for short.
Well, it's actually Juniper. But Terraniers can't pick up some of those sound frequencies, so we settled for Juniper.
Yeah, she's my business partner, mechanic, jack of all trades, and I guess a second in command of this mighty interstellar vessel.
It's just us two. We're like the two of. There's two people on the crew.
Of course I'm second in command. There's only two of us, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And no offense, but the Emeritot's mighty days are over. We're lucky if it holds for another couple of years.
I've finished my coffee.
Pleased to meet you, Juniper. There's no need to address me as Mister. It's just Brave.
He's so cute.
Well noted. You're a Darien, yes?
Correct. And you are originally from Tulworth, second largest of the Ognutera's moons?
My, you clearly know your moons.
How many are there?
Ognutera has 14, but Tulworth is the only place with my shade of green.
No, they have different shades of green.
Brave, are you by any chance hungry? We were just going to the mess hall to grab something.
What do you eat?
Oh yes, I'm famished. Also, could you guys show me around this ship sometime? This place looks really cool.
Guess that's what we should have gone with, but I was more concerned about his health. Okay.
So much for cold and distant.
I think he was just grumpy and tired and stressed. Junie shakes her head at me. He totally flipped a switch, didn't he? It's like I'm talking to a different person. Maybe he's a pod, people. You know, like the, that really old sci-fi movie where, like, you slept next to the plant and then the plant, like, took you over and became you. Maybe he's a pod. Maybe that the plant in the pod took him over while he was sleeping. He was probably sleep deprived and who knows what else.
Yes, of course. I'll be happy to do the official tour for you, Brave.
Calling him by his name feels unexpectedly entrancing. It's just his name. Danya, chill. I quickly give myself a mental kick for obsessing over the smallest of things about him. Seriously, I don't even know the guy.
But first, let's all grab a bite.
Yeah, you know one thing about him. You know he's hot. I mean, we all can see that. We're all adults here, I hope. I don't know how age works with different species, but he appears to be immature. And so does Junie. Junie and I get our prepackaged meals and pop them in the oven to cook, adding one for Brave as well. Then I catch myself realizing I still don't know what this gorgeous alien considers food.
So what do Odarians eat, anyway?
We're omnivores, same as Terrans. The only thing I can think of that grows on Earth that I can't digest is seaweed. It's deadly for my kind.
But seaweed is yummy! Okay, don't feed him seaweed.
No worries, we don't have any on this ship. Though, I personally miss sushi sometimes.
Brave looks like he's about to say something, only get interrupted by a cough. A very normal Terran-like cough. What timing? My computer's yelling at me about its power. Just a second as I find the cord. I found it. All right.
Are you okay, Brave? Danya, get him some water.
Something about the sushi. I see, he said he could eat anything. So what is it about the sushi that... Does that word mean something in his language? Or is he like a fish person? Or what? Or was he just coughing because he was sick? I don't know. I get up and fetch our guest a glass of fresh water with lightning speed. He manages to take a few sips, which seems to soothe him. It's really weird that they don't have seaweed on the ship, and here's why. Seaweed is really easy to grow and harvest in large amounts, and also it has really high vitamins and such. So I would imagine that they would have like dried seaweed powder to put into smoothies or something. If you're running around space, same kind of thing, like if you're a sailor on the sea, to help keep your minerals and things up and your vitamins. So it's weird they don't have any, but there are other ways you can get those nutrients. So they have those like little food thingies that they put in there, so it's probably fine.
Yes, I'm okay. I might be coming down with a cold again.
Oh, again, he has a cold. Junie and I look at each other, confused. I think we both hope it's not contagious or dangerous. Oh yeah, germs going back and forth between species would be weird and potentially very hazardous.
Before I got on the Emeritot, I had been traveling on Kayama for over 2 weeks without much rest. The rainy weather and the lack of sleep really did me in. I should be back on my feet within a couple of days, I promise. Until then, I'll make sure to stay away and wash my hands often.
Wear a mask. I mean, it's a shame to cover up your pretty face, but... Brave slowly gets up from the bench, intent on leaving the mess hall.
No way. You just got here. What's a little cold gonna do to us?
If I get infected, it's a small price to pay to satisfy my urge to learn more about our new passenger. Oh my gosh, you don't even know what kind of germs it is! Junie smirks at me and Brave smiles with relief.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we are. Our immune systems can handle it. Right, Danya?
Can they?
Sure, why not?
Why not? We don't
Danya
know.
doesn't know
Who knows?
is that Adarians have a weak immune system. Not well adapted for travel outside their home planet.
Oh, he gets sick easily.
Really?
Yes, that's correct. That's why you don't see many of us outside of Odaria.
Aw.
Odarians who choose to travel bring along an extensive array of pricey medications as preventive measures. Despite that, we're still highly prone to getting sick.
Aw.
Damn. Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon.
Really?
Thank you. As I said, a few days rest and I'll be as good as new.
What do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking, Brave.
Brave lights up at the question.
I'm what you call a symbiant expert.
Junie and I raise our eyebrows, waiting for him to explain. Please
I
explain.
study mutually beneficial interactions between different species in the galaxy.
I'd like to explore some mutually beneficial interactions.
I'm also occasionally called in to facilitate the adaptation of individuals of different species who have historic symbiotic relationships and are having difficulty establishing those bonds. I'm very familiar with the theory of symbiosis, but it's the practical part that really fascinates me. For example, you have a species of sea creature that lives around a certain marine invertebrate. It feeds on its byproducts and uses its polyps to hide from predators. The invertebrate also benefits because the sea creature protects it from its own predators and parasites.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that is pretty amazing.
It definitely is. Not only is it incredible how completely different species can adapt to exist side by side in harmony, but also help each other in ways no one can ever anticipate.
Brave looks at me enthusiastically, waiting for another question. Looks like we've uncovered his favorite topic. But what intrigues me most about him is that when he spoke earlier, I got the distinct feeling that I already know him. There's a familiarity about him that I can't put my finger on. If I hadn't become a pilot, I think I would have studied plants and the ways we can cultivate them in space. Junie is one of the few people who don't mind listening about my plant lectures, so I'm happy to indulge him and ask more questions. Something specifically about his job. That seems to be what he wanted to talk about.
So, I understand that part of your job is helping individuals from different species adapt if they choose to start a symbiotic relationship on another planet. How do you do that?
It depends on the case. My expertise lies with the Odarian environment in particular. Someone who's visiting the planet would have already gotten their vaccines, been screened, and have permits to land. If they're still struggling to adapt to the new environment, then they come to me. We usually do more tests, review their medical history, cross-reference previous cases, and try to find a solution. The answer could be as simple as a special diet, supplement, or breathing exercises.
A supplement? What would be an example of that?
Well, I consulted with a few Ognoterans on Odaria who had trouble eating most of the food available there. I prescribed them a certain bacterial supplement found on Toolworth. When eaten, this bacteria will thrive in your digestive system and assist the processing of food from different environments.
Somebody did their research for this
but
game.
After only a week of including it in their diet, they were able to enjoy our rice and most of our dishes without discomfort.
That is like actually pretty good scientific research. Like there are certain bacteria you need in your gut to digest certain foods.
That's interesting. And that solution seems rather specific. How did you figure out that a bacteria which was neither from Ognotera or Odaria could solve their problem? You say it's from Toolworth, but I've never heard of it before.
That particular bacteria worked for similar cases in the past, including inhabitants of Ognotera's moons and other planets from the Horum galaxy. You would be surprised by how many interplanetary food issues can be solved by ingesting certain organisms. Having more than 2,000 years' worth of research at my fingertips helps.
Oh, we can ask more questions. However, I think that's about time. First initial initial reactions, I really like it so far. I wouldn't mind playing this game so far. Yeah. I would, I really like the artwork. The characters seem really fun. They're all cute. I mean, Danya's a little bleh and plain, but he's supposed to be like an insert for you or whatever. Main characters usually are boring and plain, at least in most of these things. It's like, come on, why can't I have awesome long hair? But I've got to be a guy. At least let me have long hair like freaking Brave over here. Alright, let's save. Alright, everybody, make sure to make room for your passions, and I'll see you guys next time.